Hello and welcome back to a new video of the XFacts channel. Today we'll discuss a special topic: millions of humanoid aliens living on the moon. Former CIA agent revealed there are 250 million aliens living on the moon. You may think it's quite ludicrous and unbelievable. Is it possible that the moon, a deserted natural satellite of the Earth, has 250 million inhabitants living there? This may not be true and we're not talking about it right now. But we can't ignore the top secret information about the strange anomalies surrounding the moon over the past decades provided by famous eyewitnesses. Contemplation without investigation is the height of ignorance, a quote attributed to Einstein holds true here. If you actually do some independent research, you might be quite shocked with what you find, especially when it comes to the credibility of the sources. What's inside the moon? As far back as July 1970, two well-respected members of the Soviet Academy of Sciences, Michael Vasin and Alexander Sherbakov, created a hypothesis in Sputnik magazine, suggesting that the moon is a spaceship created by unknown beings. They put forward so many questions about the moon and its formation at a time that no one dared to ask such questions. Their theory was called Spaceship Moon. They believed that the moon is not a natural satellite of the Earth, but is actually a hollow spaceship created by extraterrestrial beings with transcendent intelligence. Vasin and Sherbakov's thesis was that the moon is a hollowed-out planetoid created by unknown beings with technology far superior to any on Earth. Huge machines would have been used to melt rock and form large cavities within the moon, with the resulting molten lava spewing out onto the moon's surface. The moon would therefore consist of a hull-like inner shell and an outer shell made from metallic rocky slag. For reasons unknown, the spaceship moon was then placed into orbit around the Earth. Their theory at that time received a lot of scorn and severe criticism. Nearly half a century later, however, the scientific community finds that these two scientists' theories seem more plausible than ever, thanks to the support from much scientific data. Scientists have discovered that there are some lunar rocks that have been found on the lunar surface to contain processed metals such as brass, uranium-236, and neptunium-237. These elements never occur naturally. For example, uranium-236 is radioactive nuclear waste found in used and recycled uranium. And neptunium-237 is a radioactive metallic element, but it is only a byproduct from nuclear reactors and plutonium production. Discoveries from the Lunar Orbiter spacecraft also showed that there are many unexplored caves beneath the lunar surface and that most of the moon's mass is concentrated at the surface. However, the evidence from this discovery has not yet been released by NASA. The Clementine mission is part of a joint space project between the Ballistic Missile Defense Organization, BMDO, and NASA. The primary mission is to detect water at the moon's poles. But actually it also had a secret mission of photo reconnaissance. According to Dr. John Brandenburg, the deputy manager of the Clementine mission to the moon, the project was a photo reconnaissance mission basically to check out if someone was building bases on the moon that we didn't know about. Of all the pictures I've seen from the moon that show possible structures, the most impressive is a picture of a miles-wide rectilinear structure. This looked unmistakably artificial. As somebody in the space defense community, I look at any such structure on the moon with great concern because it isn't ours. There's no way we could have built such a thing. It means someone else is up there. 34 seconds of shocks. Oh my God, they're watching us. There are so many more strange things on the moon that NASA is hiding that many people start to wonder if there are really alien structures on the moon. Of all these data, perhaps the most shocking is Neil Armstrong's garbled 34-second conversation with the Space Center in Houston as he made his first giant step on the moon on July 20, 1969. This is the radio communications between the astronauts and Mission Control. Mission Control calling Apollo 11, what's there? Apollo 11, these babies were huge, sir. Enormous. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe it. I'm telling you, there are other spaceships out there, lined up on the far side of the crater edge. They are on the moon watching us. Not only astronaut Neil Armstrong, but his colleague Buzz Aldrin, the second member of this historic crew, also saw large cars parking around on the edge of the Sea of Tranquility crater, and they were watching both of them. Obviously, the public has never heard Armstrong's awe-inspiring utterances or seen the images of the giant alien cars near the crater captured by Armstrong's 360-degree motion camera, which would bring shocking moments for everybody. The CIA simply intercepted these information and listed them as top secret. Former NASA employee Otto Bender confirmed that ham radio operators intercepted VHF signals transmitted from Apollo 11 and did not disclose them to the public. Bob Dean, a retired U.S. Army sergeant who also worked at Supreme Headquarters Allied Powers Europe, SHAPE, as an intelligence analyst, revealed more than 40 film rolls and thousands of photographs of the Apollo program, the moon flight, the moon landing, and the images of Armstrong walking on it. These images were deleted or disappeared without ever being published as the authorities were concerned about the political and social turmoil. After the moon landing, Neil Armstrong became a national hero, but he lived aloof from society and rarely mentioned this historic event. His friends and relatives said it was because he did not want to be put in a situation where he was forced to deceive the public into denying such an important encounter. Years later, in April 1997, Neil Armstrong revealed, "It was unbelievable. We were all warned that there were cities or spacecraft on the moon. I can only say that their spaceships are superb and huge. Shocking news, 250 million inhabitants currently live on, or inside, the moon." Most recently John Lear, a former CIA pilot, shocked the public when he announced that up to 250 million inhabitants currently reside on the moon. He described the citizens of the moon as aliens. Among them were the Greys, one of the most intelligent species, which used to come to Earth to abduct and carry experiments on humans. He believed that they lived under the surface of the moon, working in huge laboratories. He also believed that the structures inside the moon were hidden by a 3D image or some other transcendent technologies of the aliens. John Lear is an experienced pilot with 17 world airspeed records and every aviation certificate issued by the Federal Aviation Administration. He also took on many duties for the CIA and other government agencies. Lear became interested in the UFO phenomenon after he met a witness in the United States Air Force, who saw a UFO landing at Bentwaters Air Force Base in the UK. He saw 3 small aliens walking up to the command room. John Lear has presented a lot of evidence of anomalous structures on the lunar surface and suggested that these technologies and city structures are not man-made. Does this shocking news make you believe that the moon is not as deserted and peaceful as we think? What do you think about all of these theories we mentioned above? Please leave your comment below. And support me by liking the video and clicking the subscribe button to see more videos. Thank you very much and see you next time.